What's up guys, it's Edwin, and today's video is going to be slightly different, and that's because I've been meaning to put up a video since last Sunday, but YouTube's been giving me issues, and I'll get into that a little bit later, but I just want to have like a conversation type of chill video where I gave vague opinions or just talk about whatever you guys request. I made a community post asking for any suggestions or topics that you guys want my opinion on or whatever of the sort. I might take this video down because obviously I didn't heavily research most of the stuff, but I just kind of wanted to feel conversationally. I want to just connect with you guys and just let you guys know how my mind works. Jonathan says, what was your first reaction to the James Charles accusations? Did it change with the receipts? Has your opinion changed after everything was said and done? I know this is like old news by now, but I want to bring it up for a number of reasons. Starting off with the fact that this is like the internet Super Bowl, you know? Like everybody in real life knows about the Super Bowl. Everybody that's plugged into the internet, Wi-Fi, Twitter, YouTube, whatever, they knew about this James Charles Tati drama, you know? It was insane. Like everybody knew about it. It was insane. And my first reaction, honestly, I was like, I saw everybody on Twitter talking about how she destroyed him and everything, and so I even made a tweet. Let me show it to you. I said, about to dive into the video by Tati that has single-handedly led James Charles to lose 500,000 subscribers in less than a full day. I'm hardly invested in these creators, but damn, that is power, and I need to see how she pulled a Thanos and sister snapped so many people from him. And that's just the beauty of it. No pun intended, because there's the beauty community. No, but I don't watch neither Tati nor James Charles, you know? I literally, the only video that I've ever seen by either of them are these videos in the drama. I gotta say, I was very impressed by Tati's overall presentation. I was like, damn, this woman, everything about her seemed extremely credible. I had no reason to doubt anything about her, and again, I don't know her at all, but like everything seemed to back up, especially when James Charles uploaded his first crying video, a response, right?
And make a video addressing everything that's going on right now. I owe everybody an explanation, but most importantly, I owe two important people an apology. To Tati and James Westbrook, I'm sorry.
He just kind of validated Tati, saying like, you know what, I'm so sorry, she's great, blah, blah, blah. And like, Tati said so much, so I just kind of felt like, wait, dude, you realize that she just accused you of like pressuring straight men. So that like completely threw me off guard. I was like, hell to the sister, no. You know, so I was completely on like on board with like, yo, what are you doing? Like that was such a big thing, like in my opinion, you know, because people are like, oh, it's just vitamins. No, like that's bigger than vitamins. That's such a serious accusation.
Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay yet again, and somehow you're the victim.
I honestly felt like James's response was just too fast. You know, I felt like he responded way too impulsively and way too quickly, and he really should have like sat on it a little bit longer. Like it didn't help his case at all. And then on that same day, he posted a Snapchat talking about how he just had to do this video response, didn't name it, and like it just seemed like an inconvenience, you know? It felt weird.
I uploaded a video to my channel earlier today addressing some of the stuff that is going on social media right now. I'm obviously not having the best day for many reasons, but I have to deal with this. Really bad timing, but I have my meet and greet today at Pacific Fair, and there are lots of sisters there that I'm very, very excited to see and hug and say thank you face to face and get to do the best part of my job, which is seeing you guys in person. So I'm going to head over there right now. Sorry for being late, you guys. I really had to deal with this stuff.
Here's my bit of advice, guys. If you ever find yourself in some serious drama, like whether you're an internet person or not, like try not to act on impulse. Like sit down, collect your thoughts, grab advice from as many friends as possible, and then maybe take a day to respond. The fact that Tati was James Charles' basically first big YouTube friend and helped build him up, and then she said something like, oh boy, here we go again, him going after straight guys again. I was like, sister, girl, whoa. I gotta say, I even participated in posting a meme about the situation because I thought it was funny. And you gotta keep in mind the context, you know, at the time, yes, it was hella funny. I will say though, the two straight dudes that spoke out against James Charles did seem very sketchy. Their stories like seem just odd to me. So as far as like any actual examples of him trying to manipulate straight dudes, I didn't see anything completely valid. So like as time progressed, I started to really question it, you know? In fact, I'm gonna delete this meme because I feel bad. I no longer stand by it, so. And after watching James' second video, I said, looks like sister snapped back for a renewal in a 41-minute video. Y'all know how I love receipts, because screenshots and evidence doesn't lie, but people do. Now, of course, it could be argued that he manipulated it, you know, that's what Jeffree Star was saying after his video. But when push came to shove, nobody came through to prove that he manipulated it. So honestly, out of the entire fight, or a feud, whatever you want to call it, I think that James Charles came out on top. And of course, it doesn't mean that he's still not like a brat. You know, I still have my own judgments of him. But out of the entire three, I honestly think that I would place it like James Charles looking the least worst, then Tati, then Jeffree Star, because he literally inserted himself. I mean, at least Tati got hella subscribers, and at least some of the subscribers probably bought her products, right? And she made some extra revenue. But it is interesting how the youngest one of the three, the other two are in their 30s, and James Charles is 19. He came out on top. And then, of course, Jeffree Star had made a lot of tweets and Snapchats about James Charles and how he would make his video with his own receipts. And it turns out that he just didn't want the drama to happen. But like, I don't know, it really turned me off that he just made all those accusations, made a lot of people think that James Charles was a horrible person that manipulates straight men. And all of a sudden he's like, you know what, I'm above this. No, honey. That's not taking the high road. You can't just say, I'm setting the drama aside once you made those serious accusations. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Talk about whether you believe in aliens or not. Girl, my favorite show is The X-Files. I want to believe. Hi Edwin. This might not be appropriate for this format, but really want someone to cover this. Really long link. I've suggested before and I will suggest again, lol. Well, good thing I'm doing this video for ya. But I think even if it was looked at in a broader sense with others like DA and anyone who can't travel to certain countries due to potential criminal charges would be interesting. Thank you for being you, E-Man. I think that's the first time anyone's ever called me E-Man. So the link is to an article about the rapper Riff Raff and how his Australian tour was cancelled because of some allegations that he had. Now, actually, I had never heard of this, but it looks like on May 31st of 2018, a woman named Eliza made an allegation against Riff Raff. After looking into this, I found that Riff Raff denied this extensively.
I don't want to have a girl drunk and sleepy, and I've never once had to drag a girl to a car, because guess what? If she don't want to go, guess what? Kane, get her out of here. Guess what? Club's about to let out. You better hurry up and get some other ones. And before they come back in, she's going to check their ID.
What I think is super interesting about this is that the Australian tour and New Zealand tour actually was cancelled on the same day that the woman came out with her allegation. So there wasn't even any time to look into it. It's actually fascinating, you know, how like such affirmative action can happen so quickly. Yet there's those stories with DA, because you mentioned it in the comment, but where nothing happens, absolutely nothing happened. They're still going to be on Download Festival in the UK. After further Googling though, it does seem like a second woman came out and actually sued him for $12 million. He's supposed to be going to court in this May, like this month. Definitely a very interesting story. Can you do something on the FaZe and Tfue situation or just social media contracts in general in the near future? FaZe and Tfue situation. So I've seen some Phil DeFranco videos and I saw like a Keemstar video on it, and I don't know, I don't know too much of the details on the whole situation, so I can't exactly comment on what's going on or who to side on. But I will say this as like a word of advice, as someone who has joined like YouTube networks and stuff, I do not recommend to anyone, and I think this could apply to anyone period as far as contracts go. Don't sign a contract over a year. That's it. Right now, I recently actually signed a contract like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it was 6 months. If you can get it down to 6 months, great, do it. But I know sometimes, at least in like the YouTube world, if you don't have like a lot of subscribers or views or whatever, it's hard to get it down to like 6 months. But it should be seen as like a trial run, because someone that wants to make you sign a contract, they will always promise you all these things. And if they don't come through, then they just took a cut of your money. And if they do come through, and or even if you just succeeded on your own, then you might be at a bigger place in 2 years. If you sign a 2-year contract, say you blow up, say you're a YouTuber, and when they sign you, you have like 50,000 subscribers, and by the second year, you have like 500,000 subscribers. So they're taking a big cut for 2 years, but you're making a lot more than when they signed you up, if that makes sense. So I guess that's just my word of advice. Try not to sign long contracts, and make sure you read it. Have other people read it. That's it. Oh, and look into the companies as well, because all companies will say, oh, look, we have signed this and this person, look at us. But that doesn't mean they'll care about you as much as they care about this huge person. And of course, I got a lot of comments if there are any updates on DA. And the reason why I say DA and not D'Antfort is because the YouTube algorithm always picks up me saying the N-word when I'm saying D'Antfort. And I don't know if that's like a trigger to demonetize the video that I've been trying to put up since Sunday. That's the reason why I'm doing this video, by the way, because I had to submit it for review, because I don't know why. Like, I'm so paranoid. I feel like I'm stepping on a landmine. I have no idea what is triggering YouTube to automatically demonetize my video. But what's frustrating is that when I submit it for review, they take so long. Like for ages, they don't approve it or confirm it for manual review if it's gonna demonetize. So they don't give me anything. So I'm just out here waiting like, Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna at least talk to my audience. Don't mind me, I'm just over here trying to figure out what the hell it is that keeps getting my video demonetized before it even goes live. I'm trying every experiment in the book, trying to upload short editions to see what specific point it is. You know, it's just a few little exports, you know, just submitted a couple of these for review, you know, so they can tell me if I'm gonna be monetized or not. And this is already 2 days ago, and they don't let me know anything. So I'm trying to bypass the system because this is just so frustrating, dude. Like, what the hell? Anyway, back to the thing. So my video is gonna have a lot of updates on DA, and I think that I'm gonna probably reshoot a lot of it and maybe serialize it, like make it into a series, I guess. That way, if one gets demonetized, I can like at least make some money off of a different one. Cause like, man, it's just frustrating that it's like this. But big updates, and obviously a lot of people commented that Zheani's Instagram got deleted, and someone said that it looks like I'm in the war zone. I'm not in the war zone, dude. I'm just reporting it because not a lot of people are. But big updates coming next week, guys. I'm gonna try to do either one video after the other, or I might do one video, live stream the next day, and then another video, and then live stream the next day, and another video. But I think I'm planning for 3. So it's gonna be DA week next week. Lots and lots of updates. But in the meantime, you can follow Zheani's backup account. She has made another one called Zheani_Baba Yaga. So yeah, it's weird. Like, why would Instagram do this? You know, it's strange. So she's suggesting for people to report a problem to Instagram, select something isn't working, and when it provides a section to type, tell them that @IsKoloFoxes has been wrongfully deleted, and you would like to see my account reinstated so I can become active on the platform. I asked her if Instagram told her anything or gave her a warning, you know, because on YouTube, when a video gets taken down or whatever, anything happens, I always get an email, or YouTubers get emails, and she told me that she didn't get any sort of warning or anything, and I thought that was really bizarre. I guess like Instagram's communication just is severely backwards. Like, I don't know, man. So we'll see, but the new updates, everything will be next week, so keep an eye out for those videos.
I no longer have this large platform of 125k, so I no longer feel like I'm spamming, and I no longer feel like I have anything to lose by talking in detail about this. Number 1, I've uploaded my new project to YouTube, and it's immediately struck, removed, and I've lost access to my YouTube account for the week. Then I wake up the next day, and I have lost my entire Instagram account. That same moment, rolling with the devil's account, it's been copyright struck and removed. In this same chain of events, my Airbnb has been deactivated. I've been banned for life. I have to come to you via a VPN, so I'm so sorry it's taking so long to upload each video in succession, but Jesus Christ, I tried to make a new account yesterday. I made a brand new email address. I had my account. I logged in. The moment I signed up, it was like, nope, and locked me out. And then I realized that my entire IP is being blocked by Instagram, so I had to download a VPN, and now I have to like deal with this upload rate. Whew. Anyway, okay, so if anyone thinks that I've lost my Instagram account because I post pictures in lingerie and my art is edgy and about like female rage and sexuality, have you ever heard of someone losing an Airbnb because they post pictures on Instagram in lingerie? Have you ever heard of that before? This is a coordinated attack against me and the people that are supporting me. But more importantly, Ninja are going to do everything in their control, in their power, to keep me the quiet, and anyone who is here supporting me. Ninja bragged to me, a 20-year-old girl in 2013, about how psycho his lawyers are. I knew that by speaking out about what I've been through, that this is the kind of that I'd be dealing with. I'm not dumb.
Guys, we have a live update. So while I was in the middle of editing, Zheani's Instagram account was reinstated. This story has so many layers, and don't you worry, because a next week's series is gonna go through every single one. It's gonna be super cohesive and comprehensive. Anyone's gonna understand the story, so get ready, because obviously I'm building up a lot of hype for it. Oops. But yeah, just get your horse. Cancel culture. Ooh, so much to say. Luckily for me, Ready to Glare already said it in her video.
That's what I hate about cancel culture, because it's so final. It's so obsessed with the we almost need to eradicate you from whatever platform. People enjoying someone's downfall so much that they don't care to see the facts anymore as much as they care to see the downfall. They want to see the numbers going down.
I'll leave a link to Julia's video in the description down below so you can watch it in its entirety if you're interested, because homegirl basically read my mind. I think I agree with everything she said. And some things that I just would like to emphasize and put in my own words is how toxic cancel culture is, because it's so much hive mind, you know, so much like groupthink and just weird mentality, how everybody just piles on with the same kind of rhetoric. And what I think is interesting is how people can just go from one day loving someone to just turning on them, you know? Because someone does something crappy, you can't just turn on them just like that, or you shouldn't. Think of like a friend. You hear something crappy happen to a friend, you shouldn't just turn on them. You should like ask them about it, or be constructive in your criticism, you know, or look into other sources. There's been a couple instances where people try to say that I'm part of cancel culture, and this is usually when I'm talking about someone that they like, and like I'm trying to hold them accountable for something, right? And that's just the difference. When I try to hold people accountable for something, I'm saying, hey, this person did this and that, and this is my opinion, right? That doesn't mean I'm trying to cancel them by any means. No, I very much believe that people are redeemable. Obviously, there are some actions that probably aren't so redeemable, right? I think that when people are so vicious, when people come after people that they don't agree with, I think that's just extra. And that comes with the toxicity of cancel culture. I don't know, just watch Julia's video, okay? She can speak a lot better than I can. Speaking of cancel culture, Puffy Landgirl says, this isn't a huge controversy, but what are your thoughts on the Rewired Soul here on YouTube? Lots of people criticize him for talking about psychology/mental health while not being a licensed therapist/psychologist. I am a psych major, so maybe I'm biased, but I didn't have a problem with the videos I watched of his. If I'm being honest, me neither. You know, I think that a lot of things he said were being spun out of context, and that was like kind of problematic in my opinion. However, the way he responded, I think that was the majority of the problem. You know, he was very reluctant to take criticism, and it's like, dude, when you're dishing out content that just criticizes other people and their actions, you gotta be able to take it, and he was not taking it well at all. Like, oof, I don't know, that was like a mess. And here's the thing, because I just disagreed with, like, I agreed with you, but you and I have unpopular opinions. At that time, at the peak of his cancellation, if we had said that, oh, you know, I don't think they were that problematic, his videos, like, that's the problem with cancel culture. People would have been so angry at us, they would have tried to cancel us, right? And it gets scary. Like, I was like scared to comment, because I was like, guys, like, I don't think his videos are that bad. Like, I think him as a person, like the way he was taking criticism, that was like the worst part, you know, because, yeah. How about you drop the Melanie Martinez and Timothy thing, since you're being a little biased, BITC. Hey, do you kiss your mama with that mouth? The whole thing with Melanie Martinez and Timothy Heller was really interesting, because I feel like there was a group of people that was very quick to cancel Melanie, and another group of people that was very quick to cancel Timothy, right? And that's the whole problem with canceling people. Certain people get so involved, I guess, with a certain topic that they go against people that speak against what they believe. And I think that's part of the whole cancel culture, right? Because my videos on the whole Melanie and Timothy thing, it did come off a little bit on the Timothy side, and I completely understand that, guys. I know I did like a horrible disclaimer where I tried to say that my connection with Timothy did not affect my bias, right? I was trying to say that she did not make me, like, I'm not biased because of her. But obviously everybody has an implicit bias, and my bias was because of my own experience. And I understand that it bled through a lot, and I can see my problems with that video. And I commented to a lot of people replying that. I pinned it in my comment. I edited the pinned comment. I put it in the description. But people will still say, you're biased, you're biased. Like, okay, you know what? It's a learning experience, you know? And I encourage people, and not, literally only 2 people have emailed me so far, but I encourage people to say, hey, email me. Let me know, because yes, I definitely needed a break, because I got so much, like, I've never had any fan base go at me through my personal social media, like my Twitter and Instagram, the way the Melanie Martinez stans did. Not all of them, but like quite a few Melanie Martinez stans came after me on my Instagram, even after my girlfriend. I was like, what? Like, no other fan base out of all the videos that I've covered have ever gone after me like this. It was insane. It made me miss the Poppy fans. Poppy fans, where are you? But yeah, I definitely needed a break after those videos. Somebody else asked me if the interview's still going on. Yes, I actually just planned it. If there are any reasonable Melanie fans that are watching and can see that I mean no harm, y'all are free to email me just suggesting anything you'd want me to address in that video or the follow-up, because again, in the beginning of the first Melanie Martinez Timothy Heller video I did, I talked about how I plan to do an interview and then a follow-up video, because in the follow-up video I plan to address anything that I might have missed, because and it was like almost an hour between the two videos, and it's impossible for me to get everything, you know, like no matter what, it would have been impossible. So I acknowledge that, and that's why I want to address that in the last video. I want to address anything that I missed or any last concerns that are remaining, and then we can move on. I don't think Mel would comment on the interview now that she's moving on and having new music out. I sort of don't understand why you choose to do a topic so late. Okay, so let me cut it off because there's more to the comment that I will address. But first off, I'm glad that I'm doing this video so I can just get it out, because a lot of people ask me, why so late? Why so late on certain things, right? And this is the first time that I've done a video topic that's not time relevant. In fact, I want to stay away from time trending topics, period. I don't like that idea that I have to like try to reel people in to do things as like fast as possible. You're either interesting now or it dies, right? I don't really like that. Like, I could have made a James Charles video and probably gotten a lot of views, but stories change. I kind of like when things are easier to research because they're kind of more, not resolved, but kind of there's more information out than say if I had done a James Charles video as soon as it came out, I would have gotten a lot of views, but I wouldn't have had the whole story, and it would have felt weird like afterwards. For example, the video that I did on Trisha Paytas exposing Jason Nash, David Dobrik, and Brandon Calvillo, as I had just finished that video, I was literally exporting, Jason and Trisha uploaded a video on Jason's channel, and I was like, oh my god, I can't like not include this because that would feel incomplete, right? I don't even know what to say, guys. I was literally exporting this video, and turns out Jason just posted a new video called Addressing the Deleted Videos, in which both him and Trisha are talking about, well, not even talking, they're literally arguing for 34 minutes, and this is just a train wreck. So then I film a little excerpt talking about it, and then what happens? As I'm exporting that one, Trisha uploads her own video that I have to watch so I can include some sort of like TLDR in my video, right? And I'm like, oh, and then I export it, and then I put it up. Guys, no joke, I just finished uploading the video, right? But I have to do another edit because, you know, the theme of my channel is accountability, and I'm really proud because Trisha actually uploaded a video of herself called Explanation, and she takes accountability for her actions. Sure, I could have put it up without like, and their comments and maybe got a little more views, but like, I prefer to get the more of the whole story. But yeah, it's not the first time that I've done videos on older topics. You know, I did the Azealia Banks, Elon Musk, Grimes video. That wasn't really relevant or trending at the time. The whole Karim series, that was even older than this Timothy Heller, Melanie Martinez thing. Someone wanted me to comment on Free Britney. Oh, you bet I'm keeping my eye on that story. I mean, I don't know if I'll get around it, but knowing me, by the time I get around covering that story, it might be old news. But I kind of like the idea of being comprehensive and wrapping it all up in a cohesive way, you know? And I feel like I like to think that I offer a different perspective than what's already on YouTube. So that's why I do videos so late. Anyway, Jennifer continued on saying that doing a video so late keeps the issue alive and keeps Timothy relevant. By the way, you misspelled relevant. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm that guy. And of course she keeps this going. Now, I just want to say real quick that I did not link any of either Melanie or Timothy's social media because for the same reason, I don't want to, it's not a promotion, you know? I'm not trying to promote any of these people. I'm not trying to say, go hate on them. I don't want people to like find them through my links because if they agree or disagree with my opinion, then they might get angry or feel a certain way, you know? I don't want to people to think of me as if like I'm all-knowing, you know. I just want to inspire critical thinking, that's it. And like I said, I do this because I feel like when there's more information out, it's easier for me to build a more cohesive opinion and easier for me to present things to my viewers. It seems like you have a problem with Timothy being relevant. I mean, no offense to Timothy, but I don't know how relevant you think she is. I feel mean saying that. But anyways, Jennifer says, I respect your opinion because it's your channel, but what do you think of Mel's teasers? Okay, so Melanie Martinez's new album is called K through 12. So kindergarten through 12th grade, right? And it looks like she's walking with her friends in doll outfits. I guess I could say, because I don't remember seeing anybody dressed like that in my school days. And one of her friends has her period. Okay. You know, I think that's cool. I think that a woman in her mid-20s wanting to dress up as a doll and pretending to be in middle school and saying, oh, at her friend bleeding through her dress is a great thing. I think next we need Justin Bieber, another man in his 20s, to maybe make a teaser for his next album where he has like an awkward, you know, erection. That would be cool. We need some male representation. He should also dress up like a doll. I'm sorry, Justin Bieber is the only artist that came to mind because he's also like the same age as Melanie Martinez. But is there like another artist in their 20s that dresses up as a much younger self or like a doll and does this kind of thing? Because I want to make like an equal comparison, you know, because I don't know. It's definitely an interesting art. You know, she went from doing her first album dressing up and pretending to be like a crybaby, and now it seems like she's doing a new concept album where she dresses up as kindergarten through middle schooler? Interesting. Maybe your general process, how you decide which topics are worthy of being discussed on your channel, but especially how you approach and analyze the situation and reach a conclusion about the parties involved. If there's a systematic way you have of going about that. I love this question. Thank you. This actually kind of connects with the previous comment too, the way I explained it at least. I don't know how I feel about this hat to be honest, but I don't like my hair, but fudge it. You know what? No hat, no hair. Don't care. So, you know, when people request topics concerning someone like James Charles or Tana Mongo, I'm like, you know, I've literally already seen this on Keemstar and Philip DeFranco, and I've already seen all the British commentary channels cover it, so I don't really see the need, you know? And as of late, I've actually become more interested in picking topics that have a person that I might be able to get a new perspective from. For example, like the Timothy Heller thing, right? Like, the fact that I can secure an interview, that's great. And with the Amford story, right? I can talk to Zheani and get like a personal scoop, a personal perspective. And of course, this does leave me vulnerable for the whole biased argument, right? But you gotta understand that I did reach out to the Amford and they blocked me. So I'm trying. Like in a perfect world, I would love to be eventually big enough and reputable enough where all sides would trust me and give me some sort of at least comment, right? Because I don't wanna push any agendas. I never want that. I always want to encourage critical thinking and for you guys to think freely, right? Just because I'm giving my opinion, it doesn't mean you guys should think like me. No, not at all. I encourage you guys to think. Like when people dislike a video because they disagree with me or unsubscribe because they disagree with me, I'm like, sayonara, okay? Like I don't want an echo chamber. I want you guys to be inspired to peacefully, civil, like in a civil manner. Don't be like all angry. Like don't let your emotions. Just like I've let my emotions. If I let my emotions on camera and you let your emotions in the comment section, like Edwin, you're this and that, then we both lost. Okay, like show me up and be like, Edwin, this is you went wrong because X, Y, and Z in a peaceful way, and that's how we make love. Sorry, I'm a work in progress, guys. You know, I'm not perfect. I know things are gonna come off shoddy sometimes, and it's all good. Just you guys are on for the ride. You gotta understand also that I've only really started doing this kind of like serious type of videos since like December, right? So I'm still pretty fresh, okay? Don't hold me up to a really high standard, please. Don't cancel me. But yeah, that's basically how I pick my topics. If I can connect to it and if I feel like I can bring something new to the table, and it helps if I can connect with someone that either is involved in the story or knows somebody involved in the story. So this video is actually turning out to be a lot longer than I expected. I am really sorry about that. I wanted to delete it, but now I'm like, am I really gonna delete this? Because now it's actually making me work. Like I'm doing like a lot of editing here. Anyways, on to the next thing. Somebody said, I know Hollywood isn't your usual subject. Oh girl, nothing is off the bounds here. But I wanted to see if you could delve deeper into the Marvel cast, especially their dislike for Brie Larson. Is it a sexist issue, or is it Brie Larson herself, or is it all just teasing and a joke? Now, this is an interesting comment. They linked a video that I hadn't even seen before. It's like an interview with Chris Hemsworth and Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle? I don't know how to say his name. But yeah, I watched that and it was so awkward. There's so many microaggressions that I can sense.
Right, guys?
Yeah.
Isn't it fun being there for all my extra takes?
Signed you up for the apprenticeship.
It seems as though Brie Larson is constantly annoyed at both of the male actors in the shot.
I did my stunts because I thought that that's what everyone did. And then...
Tom Cruise over here?
No, I want to be the first me, not the next Tom Cruise. Thank you very much.
Well, you know, I mean, he does his own stunts, you know. No, we all do stunts. Yeah. But there's certain things.
There's something about Brie Larson that seems to piss off a lot of people, and I'm not even talking about just the actors.
Brie just has to not screw it up.
Any pressure with that, Brie? No, being the new.
I felt okay until he said it like that, and then now I feel a little scared. Yeah. But that is fine.
Have you noticed that it's actually something amongst the general population? A lot of people didn't like Captain Marvel, not because of the movie itself, but because of the actress. Like not even the character. It's a lot about the actress. And I mean, I personally enjoyed the movie Captain Marvel. I did see some things that felt a little bit forced, but I enjoyed it. And this video is definitely interesting. Since I don't have much of an opinion myself, I'm gonna go ahead and pull Philip DeFranco and say, what do you guys think about this? Leave a comment down below. Because I haven't looked into it enough, and I know there's probably a lot of people that know a lot more than I do, and I'm curious to see what you guys think about Brie Larson or just Captain Marvel, period, you know? I will say this though, because I was following her on Instagram and I noticed that she promoted a GoFundMe. I swiped up to see the GoFundMe page and I didn't notice her name on there. And it confuses me because she actually promoted like 3 or 4 GoFundMes in a row. And it confuses me when people, the celebrities that have a lot of money, I mean, come on, Captain Marvel and Avengers Endgame, right? Like they're promoting a GoFundMe, encouraging people to donate. but they're not leading by example. She didn't donate. Her name wasn't on there. Neither was there a significant donation anonymously or anything. So that aspect confuses me. You know, the whole like, hey, you guys should do this, but you don't practice what you preach. Like, what's up with that? That's my only opinion so far, and it's not really related to the issue that you raised, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, what do you guys think? Leaving Neverland and the Michael Jackson controversy. Now, I picked on the other person for their misspelling in the comments, so I have to pick on you. That's not how you spell controversy, but I don't blame you. It's a weird word. The English language is just weird. I have so many opinions about this Michael Jackson thing that I'm not ready to devolve onto the internet. But I have been researching the hell out of this as if I was making a video, which is interesting. I think that hopefully in the future I can do a video on this. A lot of people wanted me to talk about Trisha Paytas. Like, obviously this comment has a lot of thumbs up, but there was several other comments that requested me to mention Trisha Paytas. Now, I will say this. I would love to interview her because I sat through a couple of her like 50-minute long videos, and like it makes sense in the moment what she's saying. You know, I can see where she's coming from, but I feel like I'm not sure if she's willfully ignorant or what, because some of the things she does and says are just plain stupid, and I'm like, girl, okay, I get what you're saying, but do you realize that you're doing something stupid actively, right? So I don't know, and see, I don't want to even criticize because I don't want to ruin my chances to get an interview, but I don't think she'd be too affected by that. I think she'd be down. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Savage Sweetheart XO says, William Control situation. It's a singer that has been accused by multiple women of assault and nobody's talking about it. Now, I did briefly look into this, and oh my god, this dude has 8 videos talking about 8 allegations from 8 different women. Looking a little bit into it, because I didn't watch them. Some of them are really, really long. My first thought was like, how do you get accused of so many women of assault, right? And as I started looking into it, it seems like some of them were fans of his, and you guys know how I feel about that. Number one issue is power abuse, dude. Because he was the singer of a band called Aiden, and they used to be popular in the mid 2000s, I think. I don't know. I might be wrong, but that's not what's important. Like, I have so much problem with the power abuse. So like I think that's we can all agree that's objectively wrong. I will put a link in the description of a video that I saw covering it, but like I'm not comfortable talking about it. I haven't made up my mind on what's right or what's wrong, but a YouTuber called Life of a Free Spirit did some videos on it, and I think they were pretty well done. So you guys can watch those in the description down below if you're interested in this rock singer that was polyamorous and had accusations from what seems like 8 women, maybe more. It would be cool to hear your opinion on the new law in Alabama. I'll say this, Donald Trump is very much pro-life, but even he does not like this Alabama law. I think that says a lot. The amount of restrictions in Alabama are just stupid, in my opinion. Now, if you were secretly hoping that I would broaden the conversation and talk about abortion as a whole, then fine. You know what? I'll risk losing some of my pro-life subscribers for ya. No, I'm kidding. After the conversation we just had about, you know, it's okay to have a difference of opinion, then I hope people don't unsubscribe for this. But I do want to talk about it briefly and just say that I don't understand why it was 25 men that voted this into place. Because sure, it was a female governor that signed it, but why was it 25 dudes? You know, why? Why can't we put like 13 women and then 12 dudes? I just don't get that, you know? Like, why do men have to make these choices, essentially, is my question. That's my biggest concern, and I hope that most people should be able to agree with it, you know? Even if you're pro-life. Since we are talking specifically about this Alabama law, let's talk about the governor, right? She is actually for the death penalty, which I think is so funny when these people that are so Christian, they are for the death penalty, but, oh, God forbid, a baby, don't kill that thing. But oh my God, this person led a horrible life. Let's kill them. And she actually voted to expedite the time for the death penalty, so people don't have as much time to present their case. And sometimes innocent people are killed. It's happened. And I thought that Christians believed in redemption. I think some people have this idea of a being that you're pulling out a literal baby out and just killing it or something like that, right? Or like a fetus and stuff. And the reality is that most of happen within the first trimester. Oh God, honestly, getting in political, I mean, this isn't that political, but into this kind of serious topic just is exhausting just to even think about. But alright, if you enjoyed the video, give me a fatty thumbs up, and hey, maybe I won't delete this video after all, because gosh, I can't believe it ended up being so long and ended up actually being some work, right? Maybe I'll even get some ads on it. Hey, let's cross our fingers, huh? But seriously, and if it goes well, maybe I won't delete it, and maybe I'll do this thing more often. I typically like to do live streams to kind of connect with you guys, but this is kind of cool. I really enjoyed it, so If you guys enjoyed it as well, let's keep the conversation going. So many topics at once. It's so intense. But all right, I'll see you guys next week for sure. Cheers.